In the mid-1980s, an abandoned hospital on the outskirts of a small Illinois town was scheduled for demolition. Until that happened, a private security company was hired to monitor the property overnight. The building had been closed for years, its halls empty, its rooms stripped of equipment, and its windows boarded shut. One guard, assigned to the night shift, believed it would be an easy job. The first few nights were quiet, too quiet. The building settled with the normal sounds of an old structure: pipes clicking, distant creaks, the hum of electricity. But on the fourth night, something changed. At exactly 2:17 a.m., motion sensors on the third floor activated. The guard checked the monitors. Every camera showed empty hallways, no movement, no broken doors. He assumed it was faulty wiring. The next night, it happened again, 2:17 a.m. Same floor, same sensors. By the third night, the guard decided to investigate in person. As he climbed the stairwell, the temperature dropped sharply. His breath became visible. His radio crackled with static, even though reception had been clear moments before. When he reached the third floor, the hallway lights flickered, then steadied. The corridor was long and narrow. Patient room doors lined both sides. At the far end of the hall, he noticed something darker than the shadows around it. A tall shape stood motionless near the old nurses' station. He called out, no response. As he stepped closer, the shape didn't walk away. It glided, drifting slightly to the left before fading into the darkness. The guard felt an intense pressure in his chest, like the air had thickened around him. He turned to leave and heard footsteps behind him. Slow, heavy, deliberate. When he spun around, the hallway was empty. Shaken, he returned to the security office and reviewed the footage. At 2:17 a.m., the cameras showed him walking down the third-floor hallway. Behind him, less than 3 feet away, stood a tall, shadowy figure with no discernible features. The guard said he never saw it. Over the following nights, the activity escalated. Doors that had been locked were found open. Wheelchairs appeared in hallways where none had been before. Call buttons in patient rooms activated on their own, causing distant alarms to echo through the building. The guard began hearing faint coughing sounds, sometimes crying, always coming from empty rooms. One night, he heard a voice over his radio whisper his name. That was the final shift he worked. He quit the next morning, refusing to return. When another guard was assigned, they experienced similar disturbances, but none stayed long. Within weeks, the security contract was terminated and the building was sealed off entirely. Locals say the hospital had a troubled past: overcrowding, understaffing, patients who died alone during late-night shifts. Records were lost, and stories were buried along with the building's reputation. Even today, people passing the site claim the third-floor lights flicker on some nights, despite no power running to the building. Others report feeling watched when standing near the entrance, as if something inside knows they're there. An abandoned hospital, a shadow caught on camera, and a presence that never left the night shift behind. Subscribe and visit the page for a deeper dive into these stories.